right, I think it's time for a toolbox tour update. I still got the US General, got my pins, Skull the Mano kit, Fancy Anorith tuners, Rowan, Stardust Lane. I used to have Tiger Moon up here. I got to put her back. I removed her because, you know, she was flipping the middle finger. I don't know if that would bother people. Unit stickers, California Republic, Black Rifle Coffee sticker. I have Beagle McGraw and Hoof on my toolbox. You guys are always with me. This is for compressing brake calipers. Don't mind the noises. These are for hanging calipers so you don't damage the brake lines. I'd say band for a 155mm howitzer round. Goes on the bottom to protect the rifling. Trouble light I got from a friend. Coffee holder. Oh no! Thermometer that just fell. Wow, it's warm. All right, all kinds of new stuff. These are all 3/8. I'll just specify that. Back here, it's Matco ADV standards. Deep 6 points from 5/16 all the way to 1 inch. These you've seen before, they're the Matco Deeps metric 7 through 19. Matco ADV swivels 10 through 19. These are kind of new. Matco shallows 7 through 19. Those are really handy for brake jobs. And then I got these. These are a lifesaver. So they're made by Astro-Pneumatic. They're called nano sockets. Look how small they are compared to a normal shallow socket. And they're dual function too. So you can put them on a 3/8 drive, or as you see here, it has a 19mm backing on it. So you can put a 19mm wrench on here. You're getting those really tight to reach places. And that's metric. What are these? They also come in super tiny, 6mm all the way to 19. And this is the same thing, just standard, from 1/4 inch to 3/4. And the same is true here, 3/8, or you can put a 19mm wrench on it. That's true for all of them. These are absolute lifesavers for doing ramps on wheelchair vans because they never have any room. Work lights I got off Amazon. These are super bright. They're like 1,000 lumens. Husky Allens. These are electric. These are standard. I use these more often because majority of fasteners on wheelchair lifts are standard. These actually proved to be quite handy. What size are these again? Tecton T20 and T25 long Torx. Really handy for Chryslers when you're for like the panels on doors, because they like to put Torx screws like way back there. I didn't think I'd use these, but these are lifesavers. Number 3 Phillips, number 2 Phillips. Those are Matco. T20, T25, and T27's now up here. That's for tail lights on Chrysler vans. Been using that a lot. Those are DeWalt from my tool set down below. Matco Universal. Gray pneumatic, 10mm. That's still a lifesaver. Matco air gauge. I changed out all the fittings because my new shop doesn't use automotive fittings. So that was fun. Milwaukee blade. Pick this up at, come on. Whatever. But pick this up at Home Depot. What I like about it is it's got a screwdriver on the back. Let's see. What are these? Matco 18.5, 19.5. Or no, what are these? Yeah. And then 21 and 21.5. Those are lifesavers for Chryslers. Matco 24 for oil filters. What is this? Oh yeah, Snap-on 22mm in 3/8 drive. These are 1/2 inch. I don't know if I said that. That's used mainly for Chevy trucks, which I don't really work on anymore, but yeah, oddball. Snap-on 7/8 in 1/2 inch. Over here is my 1/2 inch drive. That's 3/8. Here we have Cornwell metric shallows I got for free from a coworker. Snap-on 17, 19, 21, 22. I have believe that's a 27. I don't really use these as often, but these are really handy for caliper bolts as well, because a lot of vans I work on are, they're from the East Coast, so a lot of their bolts are seized. He's been a lifesaver. Kahuna here. I've taken off a lot of stubborn bolts with him. Bertha, I used once for a Toyota. This one is actually also really handy for caliper bolts. 19 with a nylon sleeve on it. Really handy for Chryslers. 21. These are 1/2 inch. I don't know if I said that. With a nylon sleeve. Also, these are like very handy. These are my lug nut sockets. My neck pickup. I actually used that today. I dropped a bolt down a battery sleeve. Okay. 3/8 stubby. Snap-on ratchet. I haven't changed my ratchets too much. Still have the snap-on with the comfort grip and the 3/8 fixed, and flex. I don't really picky on either one I use. It really depends on the situation. This one is really handy for those tight to reach spaces. If you put a nano socket on this, you can go pretty much anywhere. Mac Tools 1/2 inch 90 tooth. That one's really nice for when you need a little more torque, but not too much. Oh, snap-on 3/8 long. The flex head, really handy for those tight to reach caliper bolts, or hard to reach caliper bolts. Snap-on big boy, the 1/2 inch with the flex. These come in handy a couple times. This one really is a lifesaver. If you don't have a big ass 1/2 inch with a flex, get one. It will save your life. Okay, Matco 1/2 inch torque wrench. It's made by Precision Instruments, but I bought it from Matco because they have 3 times the warranty. Blue Point oil filter claw, snap-on light. It was like 50 bucks. I got it like 2 years ago. Air tool oil, grease for the bearings. These are from Harbor Freight. They are really handy. These are panel trim pliers. I used these today actually working on a CRV. These are super handy for Chryslers. You just stick it in there and out she comes. Snap-on 21 and 24. These are just kind of sitting here for now. I gotta figure out the layout of my toolbox a little more. Mac Tools Advanced Hex for those stripped out Allens. These are worthless on wheelchair lists because these are metric. So that's why I got these, the standard Allens. But they still work for the cars. Let's see. This boy right here, still a lifesaver. You can see how dirty he is. I use him on pretty much everything. Especially on some wheelchair lists have a weird setup where, you know, the bolts or the nut is way in there and you gotta grab it. I also use these for that. These are Nipex adjustable pliers. Really handy. I use these today actually, adjusting the height on a lift. And I love that they don't mar, and you can adjust them pretty much any size you want, standard or metric. Use these today to grab aforementioned bolt, or at least attempted to. Snap-on pistol grips. And there's the part number for you. These are getting worked out. Nipex zip tie cutters. I wanted the snap-on flush cuts with the plastic on them, but my snap-on guy talked me into these, and I'm glad he did. Nipex bent nose. These actually were used to take out a rivet. That nose can reach into those little tight spots and grab onto a screw or a bolt you're trying to loosen. Band pliers, lifesaver. Used them on floors of vans when I just can't grab a bolt. I haven't used these too much. These were for Volkswagens, but I'm sure I'll find a use for them. These I need to warranty. They're super dull. I've had them for 3 years. Nipex high leverage cutters. Use them every day. Cut like, I don't know, 10 gauge wire. It's insane. These are for really interior work. Snap-on dikes. They cut wires real nice. Needle nose. Pretty self-explanatory. Just get in there. Regular stubby pliers. These are my general use pliers. Use them for everything. These are also a lifesaver. If you need to crimp or you just need to hold on to something. Use them on a door panel. I had a weird situation where the bolt screw, so the bolt went through the door panel, and then the nut was on the other side, and it was just spinny. So I grabbed the head of the bolt, I took the nut off because it was a lock nut where it had that nylon sleeve on it. So thank God I had those. Okay, good God, that's a lot of wrenches. I don't remember who makes these holders. They're from Amazon, they're like $3. Mountain flex head metrics. Still got my Matco metric double box end. I don't use them as often, but I love it when they do. I actually use the 19mm with the nano sockets, and I can get in pretty much anywhere. These are pretty cool. These are from Husky. They're for like table saws to loosen the nut holding the blade on, but look how thin they are. Get them damn near anywhere, or put them damn near anywhere. They come in metric and then standard. The only thing I don't like about this set is it doesn't have a 3/4, and I need a 3/4 low profiles. Have any suggestions? Let me know. These came in a set from Home Depot. They're gear wrench 90 tooth. Standards on this side, metrics on this side. This whole set together was like $100. I mean, you can't beat it. I love these wrenches. I use them every day. But actually, these Matcos are rebranded gear wrenches, so I knew these were good. And I'm really glad I bought these. I use them all the time, especially 9/16 here. He gets worked out all day. Okay, what do we got in here? Oh, yes. I don't use the tire buffers often anymore. This I never use. I don't know why I bought it. Milwaukee 1/4 inch. It's real nice. I need to get some 1/4 inch sockets, because this is really great for like taking bumpers off on Chryslers. They have that stupid 10mm way up there. And you can't fit anything else but this in here. So I gotta get some quarters. This is a lifesaver. Matco 3/8. I usually put the standard sockets on when I'm doing seats, like swapping out brackets and all that. This guy gets worked out all day. He's starting to peel off his little trim there. I use all 3/8 sockets on it. Lifts, installs, or working on your cars. This is starting to prove that it sucks. Ooh, I think I need to warranty him. Poor boy got worked out today, drilling holes through a Honda CR-V when I was mounting a lift. I really want the Milwaukee M18. I don't get it. This is awesome. This has no power, so get a Milwaukee. Snap-on pry bars. I've had these forever. I use them for everything. Mac tools, oil filter sockets. Don't really use them anymore. Matco D6 and 4-cylinder Toyota oil filter sockets. Blowgun from Home Depot. Blowgun's a blowgun in my opinion. I don't know why people buy that from Snap-on. You say that really blows. I use this a lot. Big boy. Oh, he's heavy. Big 1/2 inch with the 8 amp hour battery. He has more power than he knows what to do with. This is the DeWalt tool set that these torques came from. I just keep everything else down here because I can't fit it all in my toolbox. You're gonna call me crazy. Get you a caulking gun with glue. Especially if you work at a wheelchair van shop, you'll be gluing stuff all the time. Charger, self-explanatory. These are a gift from a friend. These are gloves that cops use when they're searching subjects, so they're super thick. Tubbo towels. Use some of these, clean off your tools. These were a gift from a family friend. Respirators, because I'm doing a lot of work on rusty cars, and rust in your lungs is not a good thing. G Fuel, take it or leave it. Oil filter funnel, or sorry, oil funnel. Matco 60-volt charger for these batteries, which these all use. Okay, wow, this door's a mess. Attachments for that oil filter funnel. Right there. Oops, that's my junk drawer. These I just picked up. Panel trim tools. I'm doing a lot of interior work, so I gotta, pry panels off without damaging them. WD-40. I really can't leave home without it. Lifesaver on everything. Matco drill bits. I'm so sad. My 3/16 broke today. Got to get it warranted, but my 3/8 and my 1/4 inch, they got worked out today. Doing a lot of drilling holes for wires. I never really use this. Milwaukee attachments for drills, but I just realized these have a wire stripper on it. Bet. What the hell are these? Snap-on hammer for when something needs a little bit of convincing, and a rubber mallet when you're feeling not so daring. Panel trim tools. Those are super handy. Oh, these are for when I put the screws in here. I got this piece of wood for free from the junk pile at Home Depot. Guy didn't even charge me for it. It holds my sockets. Paper if I need to take notes. Big boy Adamas. O-ring tool, or O-ring pullers. I love these. My screwdrivers, especially my Phillips, are getting worked out. Pretty much everything on a wheelchair lift is a Phillips. I wish there's a Snap-on truck here. I really want the Instinct screwdrivers, but it's whatever. Screwdriver's a screwdriver. These are drain plugs for, I believe, Hondas. I don't know why I have these. Red Loctite, because I said stay stuck. JB Weld. Ooh, razor blade. That's dangerous. Oh my lord. Little Snap-on knife. I got as a courtesy from the Snap-on guy, since he warranted my 17 without even asking. I know they're supposed to do that, but like, I didn't buy it from him and he was cool about it. Snap-on pick set. I love these things. I also bought this from that Snap-on guy. Awesome. Don't buy this. It sucks. Matco oil filter wrench. I bought it because I saw that demonstration. I'm like, oh, I bet I could get all kinds of oil filters off. Yeah, it doesn't do that. It sucks. That's part of the hood latch for Baloo. That broke last time I was in Arizona. Filling up with gas. Go figure. What I get for visiting friends. These are rounded off bolts. Where is it? Do I have the broken one? I'm on a mission now. Yeah, oh well. I won't take up too much time, but don't use these on super stuck bolts because they'll break. Matco tough my ass. These are for rounded Torx. You can see which one I use more. These are a lifesaver for those tiny ass Torx. DeWalt, 1/4 inch, and a 1/4 inch drive for, oh no, where'd they go? For these. Come on. That's how I usually use these. Batteries for my air gauge. Oh, I still have Loctite lighter, really good for heat shrink. Been doing a lot of heat shrink. I don't use these anymore. The pilot studs for German cars. This is a lifesaver. Matco caliper brush. Probably should have got another one. I use it all the time. Safety glasses. Always wear safety glasses. I don't care how punk rock you think you are. I almost got hit in the face. Some flying debris when I was cutting trim out with a Dremel. Oh, there's a good look at the carnage. That busted Matco bit. I gotta get that warranted Matco punch. There's the other one. Come on, where's your brother? There. I have these two. There's a million of these in different styles you can buy. These are my two favorites. Harbor Freight pilot hole starter. Fantastic buy. I highly recommend. It's like $5 and it does the job. This is the blue box. It has all the Torx for Benchmade knives, which I'm proud of. Oh, wait, hold on. New knife. Got the updated Adamas with crewwear steel. Oh, look at that edge. Oh, he works hard. I love it. Yeah, for all the Torx screws. Especially handy in the Adamas because it has like 13. I also started carrying the mini size. I like the smaller blade. A little easier to control. Okay, is that it? Thought there'd be more. Oh yeah, because it's Halloween. Got the skeleton up there. What else we got? Nothing over there. Well, yeah, that's my updated toolbox. I've bought quite a lot of stuff since I've come here. Probably won't be the last bit of tools that I buy, but I just thought I'd give you an update. So, tell me what you think. Peace.